What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Celts here, coming to you guys again with another video. This time we're going to be rebuilding the Washington Wizards. I changed my mic setup a little bit, and I finally got my pop filter because my old one was busted. So hopefully the sound quality is at least a little bit better for this video. So obviously for this video, we decided to pick the Washington Wizards as the next team to rebuild. They have finally won a division title for the first time in what, like 35 or 37 years, some insane period of time for them to finally have their success again. And I believe back when they won that title, they were actually the Bullets. But that doesn't matter because on this team, obviously, you got John Wall. He's here for the entire rebuild on an extremely cheap contract of only $17 million for what he does. Bradley Beal has been balling out in real life. He's at $22 million contract, so I might shop him around a little bit. But for the most part, I think I'm going to keep him as is. We also have Otto Porter here, who is on his last year of the contract. There's no more team option. There's no player option, so I do think I might be shopping him around before the season ends. I might re-sign him if I can't find anything good. They picked up Bogdanovic, extremely cheap contract, obviously. They picked him up, and he's been balling out for them off the bench here. He's a pretty solid three-point shooter for his size. He's like 6'8", right? Yeah. And Gortat, he's gone. Marcus Morris, it's Markieff. Marcus is his brother, but Markieff Morris, he might get traded around too, just because I'm not sure if I want to keep him. Jan Mahimi's definitely gone. Trey Burke might be gone too. Jason Smith is definitely gone, and I might trade Satoransky. But first, let me see here. Let's release this Ochefu guy. I don't even know who this dude is. We're gonna get rid of him because I believe Jared Sullinger's available, and yeah, I'll take Jared Sullinger. He's a 77 overall. You think I'm not gonna grab that for almost free? Alright, so first things first, we're going to have to get rid of Gortat. I want to see if I can package Gortat and Jan Mahimi together to see if I can get one player. It's a really big contract, so I want to get off my team. They want me to take Chandler Parsons, who has by far the worst contract in the league. He's putting up absolutely horrible numbers. But I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this Tony Allen trade, and then I'm going to flip Chandler Parsons. I know I just gave shit for picking up Chandler Parsons, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to package, if I can speak, Otto Porter and Chandler Parsons together. I think Otto Porter has a lot of trade value. And yeah, so he has 3 stars. I could get Dario Saric. Dario Saric is absolutely balling out in real life right now. I could get Paul Millsap. He's on his last year, though, so it's really not that good of a trade. But he has really, really high trade value. I could get Andre Drummond. That's how easy it is. Serge Ibaka and Jonas Valanciunas. I think we're going to go for, don't Google Fournier. Let's go. Let's do this. This is 2 good trade pieces, and I'm just gonna keep packaging players together, like not Jared Sullinger. Where is, if I could think correctly, Serge Ibaka, Jonas Valanciunas. I want to see if I can package them together and upgrade even more, because that is 2 3-star trade value players. Dwight Howard is pretty much ass. Yeah, no. I actually like them personally because together, I might trade Serge Ibaka at the trade deadline. He is on the last year of his contract on a $12 million contract. I want to see if we can get something out of him. But let's see. I could get Rudy Gay. Do we need a small forward? What do we need right now? Let me do that. Let's just look at our coaching starting lineup. How about that? We have Bogdanovic. I'd rather have, I think I might do this trade for Rudy Gay. Where is Ibaka? Come on, Ibaka. Load 2K. I know you're super slow at loading. But let's see if I could find that Rudy Gay trade for a second rounder in him. Yeah, I'll take it because Rudy Gay is going to be our starting small forward for this season. And so this is going to be the lineup that we're going to start out with here. We're going to have John Wall, Bradley Beal, Rudy Gay, Markieff. I keep saying Marcus. But Markieff Morris, Jonas Valanciunas. And then off the bench we have Bogdanovic, Tony Allen, Jared Sullinger, and Jason Smith. Our bench is super weak. I don't know if I'm planning on winning this first season. It's kind of iffy with this team on exactly what we can do. But I think I want to see at least get some decent pieces to surround them. I'm not going to pick up Gorgie Dang because he has an insane contract after this first year. Let's see here. Wayne Ellington. What do we Brandon Wright, Jermichael Green. No. Iman Shumpert, Larry Sanders. Larry Sanders absolutely pisses me off. That bitch boy fucking. He went to Milwaukee Bucks. He retired, so they still had to pay him, and then he comes back to the league, joins the Cavaliers. It's nothing good for these guys, but if I change. No, I'm just going to leave it as is. Yeah, but he joins the Cavaliers for a free contract, and the Bucks still have to pay him because he retired on their roster, which is a super dick move. But, you know what? This is going to be the team that we're going to start out with. We're going to simulate all the way to the trade deadline. I might make a couple trades then. But until then, I'm going to see you guys at the trade deadline. Alright, so don't get me wrong, I love Bogdanovic and I love Jonas Valanciunas, but this trade came up for Rudy Gobert, who's a straight-up upgrade over Jonas Valanciunas. We're going to have Boris Diaw, but obviously it doesn't matter because we're not making this trade for Boris Diaw. We're making it for Rudy Gobert, who's a flat-out upgrade. Going to give us that insane defensive protection and that good rebounding skills that he brings with his, what is he, like 7 foot? Like, I think he's like 7 feet flat out. 7'1", which is insane, which adds another 87 overall to our team. Now we have Rudy Gay and Tony Allen. What we do need is we're going to have to find a power forward of some kind. Jared Sullinger could play the power forward position, and he would go up 1 overall. But I want to see if I can do a trade for Rudy Gay and Jared Sullinger, put them together. I can get Chris Middleton, he's pretty friggin' good. I can get Bojan Bogdanovic and Jonas Valanciunas back already. That's actually super tempting. Will Barton, Wilson Chandler, that's an alright trade. But I like this Chris Middleton and Malcolm Brogdon. Brogdon is extremely good right now. He's developing into probably one of the better rookies to come out of this season. I think this season the rookies aren't really shining, or there's no one who's like overtly like the best player. But it's just they're not all that great. But if you move Chris Middleton's a small forward, he does go up in overall, which is good for us. So when we look at our roster lining up right now, we have Markieff Morris as the starting power forward, which is I'm okay with this. And off the bench we have all these guys. Let me do this trick to anybody who doesn't know on 2K. If you move Tony Allen to the small forward position, he goes up to an 81 overall, which is super dope. Because that's gonna give us a good defensive small forward off the bench to guard the 2 and 3. So I like our team. I do want to see if I can upgrade the power forward position. So if I got Markieff Morris and let's say Jason Smith, and no, we don't have any picks. Those are both backup picks, so we can't do anything with those. But TJ McConnell, he's doing insane. Steven Adams, I don't know if I could turn that down. Will Barton. I love Will Barton. This dude, the way he plays. It's just he sometimes when he goes all out, you'll know because he could take over a game sometimes. I could get Jonas Valanciunas. That's kind of crazy. Because Tristan Thompson, Larry Sanders. I can't do that because I don't like bitch ass Larry Sanders on my team. I might do this for Steven Adams. I might trade for him. But it's between Steven Adams and Jonas Valanciunas. I'm gonna do this one. Jonas Valanciunas overall. If I move him, he's an overall higher right now. And he is a little bit of a cheaper contract, so if I do want to trade that, it'll be easier for us. So welcome back to the team, Jonas Valanciunas. I am moving you to the power forward position where you're playing this time. You're not going to be our starting center like you were before, which I'm actually kind of okay with because offensively he's pretty solid. Let's look to make sure. I think he's pretty good. I think he has a mid-range too, right? Yeah, his mid-range is decent, but he's mostly a close shot guy, but he's pretty offensively a beast. So that's good for us. Our bench isn't too bad with actually Jeff Withey entered into it. I'm going to change Brandon Jennings over to shooting guard. So he could be actually, how tall is Brogdon? 6'5". If I move him to small forward, he will go down, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to move Jeff Withey to power forward. And then Trey Burke, how tall are you? 6'1". He's short. They're both short. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have Brandon Jennings as a shooting guard off the bench. So this is gonna be the team. We're gonna actually simulate to the end of the season here. I don't think there's any more trades that I need to make. Actually, let's go look at player contracts just in case. What expiring contracts? Boris Diaw, we're not going to take him back on that $7 million contract, so that doesn't matter. Tony Allen, Trey Burke, Rudy Gobert still here. There's no one that really sticks out that needs to be traded. And we have Brogdon for an insanely cheap contract, so he's going to be good for us off the bench. And all these guys, if I want to, I'm going to trade them on the offseason. So we're basically good. I'm going to simulate all the way to the end of the season here. We're at 36-18. Hopefully we could finish as a second seed in the Eastern Conference. Oops, I accidentally clicked end trade deadline. But, first or second, I think we could beat them first just because we have made those extra upgrades. And we do have a defensive beast in Rudy Gobert. So I will see you guys at the end of trades and at the end of the season, okay? Here we are at the end of season awards where LeBron James wins MVP with 25 points, 10 boards, 8.5 assists, 2 steals, and 1.5 blocks. Joel Embiid obviously wins Rookie of the Year. I don't know if he's going to win it this year. It looks like Darius Arch is going to win because he's been balling out to end the season. And Joel Embiid is basically, he's injured for the rest of the season. Ty Lawson wins 6 man, 13-5. Audrey Drummond wins Defensive Player of the Year with 15 boards, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Jokic is definitely going to win it. I think he's definitely going to win Most Improved this year. I thought it was going to be D'Angelo Russell, but he hasn't been turning up until the end of the season. And Jokic, once he got some actually decent minutes, he's been playing out. He's been absolutely destroying it. Steve Kerr wins Coach of the Year with a 67-15 record. Do we have anybody from the Wizards on any of these teams? All-NBA third team. Wow, nobody made it on an All-NBA team? Defensive, not even a defensive team. A rookie first, did we get... Yeah, at least Malcolm Brogdon balled out, and he did pretty well for us. Let's go actually look at the team stats. We're 57-25, which was good enough for actually first in the East, which is kind of insane. We're going to look at the standings. 2 games ahead of the Cavs, and we were obviously 10 games behind the Warriors, who are 16 games ahead of the Rockets, which is kind of insane. So your player stats on the season. We have John Wall with 18 points, 9 assists, 3 steals, and a block a game. I don't know how he didn't get on all defensive team. Chris Middleton has 16 points, and Bradley Beal also had 16. So they're kind of a good backcourt duo because they both have a really nice 3-point shot. Jonas Valanciunas got 13 points, 11 boards, 1.5 blocks. Malcolm Brogdon got 12 points off the bench with 4 assists, which is all we really need from him. Sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. It hasn't gone away for a really long time. It's kind of awful. But Rudy Gobert has 11, 13, and 2 blocks, which is exactly what we needed out of him. Tony Allen is doing pretty well for us with 2 steals a game too. So everybody's kind of contributing to this team. We're playing up against the New York Knicks. I'm not scared of them at all, so I feel like we can just simulate the current round and win. And obviously we sweep them. So I'm going to go over to coaching. Make sure everything's changed around. Everyone is just on fire right now. Everybody's like kind of hyped for the playoffs here. We're going to go in. I think we could beat the Raptors too. Yeah, we beat them in 5. Who did the Raptors have? They have... Oh yeah, we traded them Otto Porter for Jonas Valanciunas, which was a good trade for us because Jonas Valanciunas ended up doing 12 and 11 for us, with Rudy Gobert dropping 32 points and 13 boards and 2 blocks. But John Wall had 18 and 16 assists, which is insane numbers from him. We're up against the Cavs. Do they have... Let me see who's on their lineup. They have Kyrie Irving, Kyle Korver is their starting shooting guard, LeBron James. I actually like Kyle Korver being the starting shooting guard because that's going to open up the floor because he's more consistent in terms of 3-point shooting than J.R. Smith, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson. It's basically just a bunch of old vets that kind of came there in search of a contract. We're going to take this game by game. We win the first game. Second game, they win the third. Do we win the fourth? No, so it's 2-2. Can we win this next one? And it's probably going to go to the game 7, huh? Yeah. Let's go to coaching lineup. All right, so Rudy Gobert is tired. I'm going to keep it exactly as is with what the coach decided. Yeah, we're going to simulate all the games prior to this. I'm going to make sure that we have on tight deny. All right, so we're going to simulate the game. Hopefully we win. So, first quarter, they're winning the first quarter by 6. Second quarter, can we take it over here? There was a point where nobody scored. We're taking over the third. Oh my God, we're destroying them in the third. The fourth quarter, hopefully we just need to end it out strong here, and then we win the game. Yeah, we won. We won almost 100 points. Bradley Beal dropped 21. John Wall had 17 and 11. Rudy Gobert had 15 boards and 3 blocks. The basic Jonas Valanciunas had 13 boards. Man, you can't really fight against that with all these guys swelling up the boards. We're going to see if we can take on the Golden State Warriors and see if we win a championship in our first season. That would be kind of crazy. We won one game. It's 2-2. They're up 3-2. I'm just going to simulate. Okay, so it's a Game 7. Wow. So 2 Game 7s in a row. This team's got to be exhausted. Nope, they're all fired up. They want to destroy the Warriors just as much as I do. So we have 8 minutes here. I'm gonna give these to Jonas Valanciunas, and I'm gonna give Tony Allen some more minutes because defensively we're gonna need him. And Jonas Valanciunas can get that last minute, so we have 30 for both. So we're gonna simulate this with Simcast here. I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat them, but it's definitely gonna be worth a shot. We're gonna simulate. See the first quarter here. We're up. Oh my God, we're taking over in the first quarter. 8 points up. Second quarter, it's close. And then we're taking over the second quarter too. We might lose in the third because the Warriors are pretty good at catching heat. And fourth quarter, we just need to close out the fourth. And oh my God, 20 seconds left. We're up 19 points on the Warriors in our first season. We're gonna win ourselves a championship. Bradley Beal. Oh my God. Let's see. It says career high assists. Where is Bradley Beal? Where's Bradley Beal had 13 assists. He's playing like his name's John Wall out there. 23 points out of Brogdon in 18 minutes. That's what I want to see out of him. 6 steals out of John Wall with 9 assists. Almost had a double-double. Rudy Gobert had 24 boards and 2 blocks. Jesus Christ. For his $22 million contract, he can stay on this team. So John Wall wins MVP, Finals MVP with 17 points, 9 assists, 3 steals, and a block a game, which is exactly what we need. He even shot 40% from 3 with almost 50% from the field. So somehow we ended up building our team amazingly enough to win in the first season, which is good for me. That's more than I ever expected. We're going to go to league meetings, make sure nothing gets changed around. And since we did win the first season, I don't want this video to be too short, so we're going to go for a second season and see if we can win back-to-back. But we already won in our first season, so it's not going to be an issue for us. We're going to go staff signing here. I want to get the best head coach available, Greg Popovich. Greg Popovich is pretty good, but no, I'm gonna get Steve Kerr. 4 years, assistant coach. Nelson. I'll get Nelson. And trainer. Who do I want for a trainer here? I'll get Clark. So, sign. Come on, guys. Accept my contracts. There we go. So, the rest doesn't matter. So, we're going to go straight past everything here. Because I don't think we have a pick in this draft anyways. Yeah, we don't. So, team player options. Dia can walk for $7 million. I don't want him. McCullough. How old is McCullough? 22. He played at Syracuse for $1 million. Yeah, I'll take him because that's a cheap contract, and we just need some roster spots filled anyways. Qualifying offers. I'll give Trey Burke a qualifying offer with our free agents here. Tony Allen only wants $2 million. I'll give you, how about $3 million? And Jeff Withey, testing free agency. Brandon Jennings, I'll give you a minimum. Trey Burke already has a qualifying offer, so I'm not going to extend anything to him. If he takes anything else, then he can have it. That doesn't really change anything. Steph Curry already got signed back. Let's see who might want a minimum contract. Zach Randolph might want one. Yes, and I will sign him for an 81 overall for $5 million. I will do that. Is there anybody I need to trade on this team? Rudy Gobert is an 88, and so is Bradley Beal. Chris Middleton is here too. If I trade these two guys together, I just want to see if I can get something insane, because Chris Middleton probably has insane trade value right now. Doesn't look like anything insanely impressive. I could get Andre Drummond. I don't really need that because we already have Rudy Gobert. I just want to shop around for Bradley Beal. Probably not going to trade him. He's an 88 overall, so it's not going to be that much that people can offer me. Let's see. LaMarcus Aldridge. No. Nope, nothing. All right. So we're just going to re-sign basically the players that we already had. I'm going to sign Tony Allen because he came back immediately. Brandon Jennings, I'll sign you too. Zach Randolph, you are signed to this team. So let's see. Art ABC is here. Chris Anderson. Let's see. Rasul Butler, Matt Barnes. Who would I want? David West. Do you want to sign up on our team here? I'm just trying to get some veterans who are willing to take the minimum. Channing Frye, you can come play for us too. I love Channing Frye as a person and a personality. He's pretty funny, dude. JD Redick is asking for way too much. They're asking for way too much. Zaza, I'll give you a minimum. Darren Williams, you can come here for a minimum. I'm fine with that. Let's see what we get here with Zaza and David West. Let's see. And if 2K will load past this screen here, we can see if we can get those other. I at least want Darren Williams to play for this team because as a backup point guard, he'd be pretty solid. Although he might kind of like deteriorate pretty fast because he is, how old is he? 33. Yeah, so his overall might drop pretty heavily right now, but that's fine. And that's gonna be all the signings that I needed. So we're gonna go to player progression here. Simulate the rest of free agency because that part doesn't really matter too much. Let's see. Nene goes to the Bulls, but that's fine. We didn't need you anyways. If you didn't want a free championship for a second year in a row, because we're going to bring 2 championships here. Rudy Gobert goes up 1. Chris Middleton goes up 2. Jonas Valanciunas goes up 2. Zach Randolph goes down 1, which is fine. He's still an 80 overall. I'll take that. Malcolm Brogdon is up 1. Pachulia is down 2. Where is Darren Williams? He only went down 2, so that's not that bad. So let's go back here. I want to actually use my training camps because I want to make sure that Malcolm Brogdon keeps developing because he absolutely balled out for us in our last playoffs. So we're going to load a draft class. This part doesn't really matter too much because we're probably not simulating after this. 2018, and if 2K will load, I can go straight to the training camps. So we're going to skip the 2K Hoop Summit because I don't think anybody does that. So we have 2 camps. Untapped potential, I'm going to give that one to Brogdon. Now he's a B+, and then I'm going to give big man defense. I'm going to give that to Jonas Valanciunas. Alright, so we're going to advance past this now. And next season here. Oh, I think I have one too many players on the team. So let's get the worst player here. Satoransky or Channing Frye. I'm going to keep Channing Frye. Satoransky, you're out of this team. So, if 2K will load, I can go ahead and skip into the next season. Alright, I get it, 2K. Your loading screens are garbage, but I'm here to advance to the next season to see how our team does. Coaching lineup, John Wall. Our starting lineup is John Wall, Bradley Beal, Chris Middleton, Jonas Valanciunas, and Rudy Gobert. Off the bench, we have Tony Allen, Zach Randolph, Malcolm Brogdon, Zaza Pachulia, and Darren Williams as our point guard. I'm actually going to run a 10-man rotation because I don't want them to get tired before the playoffs. So we have Darren Williams getting minutes too. So this team is absolutely stacked. We're probably going to absolutely decimate the rest of the season here. So just look at the team, the lineup one more time. We have 7 80 overalls, and Malcolm Brogdon by the end of the season are probably going to be an 80 overall. So I think that this is going to be another free championship for us. We're going to win 2 in a row, and I'm going to go simulate all the way to the trade deadline in case anything happens, and I will see you guys then. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Chris Middleton and what he's doing for this team, but when a trade like this comes up for Andre Drummond and Marcus Morris, I don't know if I could turn it down. Because if I move Andre Drummond to the power forward position, I don't think our paint is ever going to even get touched by any team. And if 2K will load, I can basically go and check to see if there's anything else. Because I think the only thing I would need to do from this point is upgrade our small forward position. But that doesn't matter because we have Tony Allen in case that doesn't go well. And so we have Andre Drummond inserted as our starting power forward. And I'm actually going to do a player finder, see if we can do anything. Because this is the last season. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go all out. See what kind of players I can get for our team. Carmelo. Is Carmelo tradable? Do you think you would take him for, I don't know, Marcus Morris and this pick, that pick, this pick, and that pick? And then we would acquire $19 million more than we need. So how much? Who's making the most money here? No one. So I need... Okay, so obviously I can't get him because he costs too much money. No trades are found for Wiggins. Ben Simmons? Nope, they're not going to trade for Ben Simmons. How much does Rudy Gay make? Way too much money. You know what? I'll trade for Jay Crowder. I'll give you Marcus Morris How about Mark Smart straight up? Chris McCullough, and I'll get Brandon Bass. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. Because Brandon Bass is an overall higher anyways, and I don't think he's going to get any minutes on this team. And that's just so we have another interchangeable small forward for the starting position. So the rest of this team should be pretty solid. Yeah, even Darren Williams is the lowest, but by the time that we get to the playoffs, they'll be probably pretty on fire because we're hopefully going to win a win streak. I want to get the first overall. We're only 4 games behind the Cavs, but I'll see you guys at the end of season awards. Here we are at the end of season awards where LeBron James goes back-to-back in MVPs with 26 points, 10 boards, 10 assists, 3 steals, almost 10 assists, so that was almost a triple-double. But Rookie of the Year goes to Josh Jackson with 19.7 points. That's pretty freaking insane for a rookie. But then again, he's playing for Sacramento, so they have nobody else to give the ball to. Tyreek Evans with 6-man with 16 points. He's backing up Josh Jackson. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal a game. LeBron James wins defensive player with 10 boards, 3 steals, 1.5 blocks. Karl-Anthony Towns wins most improved. How is he getting most improved? I thought he did pretty insane last season, right? Let's go look at career stats. Oh, okay, so last season he didn't actually average that much. This would be a most improved, I guess, but this year he's averaging 20 points. I don't know how he's averaging so little last season. But, all right, that's whatever. Coach of the Year goes to Ron Adams of the Golden State Warriors. Let's see if any Wizards make it to an All-NBA team. I don't see anyone. All defensive, maybe? No. Ooh, we have John Wall on the all defensive second team. Rookie, I don't think we have any rookies. Yeah, we don't. So we're 67-15, which is good enough for first in, I think, the entire league. Yeah, we're 3 games ahead of the Cavs, which is the same record as the Warriors. We're 3 games ahead of both teams. Player stats on the season, let's check that out. We have Bradley Beal leading the team with 19 points, 6 assists, 1 steal. John Wall has 19 points, 10 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Andre Drummond has 17 points actually out of him. That's pretty good. 12 rebounds, 1.6 blocks. Zach Randolph has 11 and 7 for us, which is off the bench. That's pretty good. Malcolm Brogdon has 10 points and 2 assists. We don't, I'd like him to do more than just points, but can't ask too much of him. Jay Crowder's holding it down at the small forward position with 10, 4, and 1. Rudy Gobert has almost a double-double with almost 10 points, but he has 12 boards and 2 blocks out of him. Brandon Bass is coming off the bench to actually contribute pretty well for us. It looks like 5, and 1 block. Can't ask too much more of him, which is good for us. We're going to go into the coaching lineup, coaching game plan. I'm going to change it over to a 9-man rotation. So this is going to be the starting lineup. We have 780 overalls, and hopefully Brogdon develops because I just want to look at 880 overalls. It would look quite nice for us. But we're gonna simulate the first round here because the Bulls are horrible. Why are they so bad? Their starting point guard is some guy named Edmund Summer, but they have Jimmy Butler, Iguodala. They have I don't like that lineup at all right there. Enough spacing. They still have Dwayne Wade's insane contract. They have Jan Mahimi's insane contract. Yeah, that's why, because they can't sign anybody because they have 2 garbage contracts on their team. So we're going to win in 4. They got swept. Those 76ers, I think they only have the same team, right? They have George Hill, and they added Wesley Matthews. Wesley Matthews is in an insane contract, if I remember correctly. He's getting paid like 18 mil, which is insane. Darius Arch is on the team, though, so that is one upside. Robert Covington off the bench, which you'll look for. That's a pretty nice. T.J. McConnell. I love McConnell. But I'm not worried about them at all. And we beat them in 5. Up against the Pacers, who actually take out the Cavs, so we don't have to face them. They still have Paul George. They have Idris Adebayo, who I love him because of his name. Serge Ibaka, Miles Turner. Serge Ibaka is backing up Idris Adebayo, which is fine, I guess. Ryan Anderson. They have a lot of forwards, power forwards and small forwards. I'm not worried about this team. I'm going to simulate this too because, we sweep them. So we're facing the Rockets, who actually take out the Warriors. So we don't even have to play the Warriors, which is awesome for us. I think we're actually going to go back-to-back with an insane lineup here. And Brogdon didn't go up to an 80 overall, but this is still a pretty solid team. We're going to take this game by game. They take the second game. Can we take the third? Can we go up 3-1? Yeah, let's go up 3-1. And we beat them in 4. Or we beat them in 5. as we win back-to-back championships, bringing the Wizards 2 championships, as John Wall wins back-to-back Finals MVPs with 19 points, 11 assists, 3 steals, 2.5 blocks, 50% from 3, and 43% from the field, which is pretty insane coming out of him. So let's go and look at the last look of the roster lineup here. We have John Wall, Rudy Gobert, Bradley Beal, Andre Drummond, Jay Crowder, Zach Randolph, Tony Allen, Malcolm Brogdon, Zaza Pachulia, Darren Williams, Brandon Jennings, David West, Kelly Oubre Jr., Brandon Bass, Channing Frye. Just in case, for all you naysayers, we're going to go over to the options to show you everything. All the sliders here, they're all on 50. Gameplay difficulty doesn't matter because I didn't jump into any of the games. I would have said it's a Hall of Fame if I did, but that doesn't matter because this is the ending lineup here. We're pretty stacked, just like all of our rosters. I feel like every team I've built so far has been pretty insanely stacked. If you guys have any ideas or if you like this video, please feel free to leave a like down below. If you want to see a specific team in the next rebuild, comment that down below as well, and I will make sure to add them in because I read the comments pretty much every time. And make sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, guys, I will see you then.